Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Saturday, October 23, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Atlanta Hawks vs Cleveland Cavaliers. The Hawks played well at the defensive end, holding Dallas to just 33.3% shooting overall and 30.2% shooting from long range. Atlanta protected its rim well with 9 blocked shots, including 2 each by Georges Dieng, John Collins, DeAndre Hunter and Capella. The Hawks grabbed 49 rebounds off the defensive boards and made 8 steals, while turning the ball over 13 times. Our first betting advice is to pick Atlanta. Star guard Colin Sexton had 17 points, while rookie forward Evan Mobley also had 17 points. Mobley finished 1 rebound shy of a double-double. The Cavaliers were down 16 points in the first half, but they cut the deficit to 4 points heading to the fourth quarter. They are a young team still searching for their identity under head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Cleveland finished dead last in the NBA offensively last year, averaging just 103.8 points per game. Its defense was number 17, allowing 112.3 points per contest. They are facing an Atlanta defense that was number 12 in points allowed, 111.4. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Miami Heat vs Indiana Pacers. The Miami Heat finished last season as a solid defense, as they are giving up 108 points per game, which was 5th in the league. In the last game against the Milwaukee Bucks, they allowed 95 points on 32 of 84, 38.1% from the floor, 12 of 42, 28.6% from beyond the arc, and 29 free throw attempts. If they can figure out how to defend without fouling here, they will be in a great spot. Our first betting advice is to pick Miami Heat minus 3.5 in their season opener against Charlotte. Indiana put together a big offensive showing early, but ended up fading defensively in the second half, en route to the loss. The Pacers were up 11 after the opening quarter, by 16 at the half, and held a 21-point advantage with 8:48 to play in the third quarter. Indiana then cratered, giving up a 24-0 run that left them down 87-84 with 2:46 to play in the third quarter. The Pacers trailed by 4 after 3 quarters and were down 10 with 7:09 to play. After that, the Pacers rallied and the teams traded leads down the stretch before the Hornets hit a pair of free throws with 4.6 seconds to go. Indiana had one last chance to get the win, only to see Domantas Sabonis miss a jumper at the buzzer. The Pacers shot 46.7% from the field, including 17 of 47 from three-point range, won the rebounding battle 51-46, but turned the ball over 17 times, leading to 22 Charlotte points. Sabonis led Indiana with 33 points and 15 rebounds, while Malcolm Brogdon added 28, and rookie Chris Duarte chipped in 27 in the loss. For the game, the Heat shot a hot 53.1% from the field, including 15 of 35 from beyond the arc, and dominated the glass by a 58-38 margin in the contest. In addition, Miami held Milwaukee to 38.1% shooting from the field and forced 15 Bucks turnovers. Tyler Herro led the Heat with 27 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists off the bench in the contest. Jimmy Butler put up 21 points plus 6 assists. Bam Adebayo posted a double-double with 20 points along with 13 rebounds, and Dwayne Dedmon chipped in 13 points. 5 other players scored at least 7 points for Miami in the contest, as Eric Spoelstra was able to utilize his entire bench. All told, 14 different players logged at least 5 minutes on the floor, with 13 of them putting points on the board. That should mean the Heat will be well rested for this contest. Our second betting advice is to pick over 223. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Dallas Mavericks vs Toronto Raptors. The Dallas Mavericks were a good defensive team last season, as they are giving up 110.2 points per game, which is 9th in the NBA. In their last game against the Atlanta Hawks, they allowed 113 points on 45 of 94, 47.9% from the field, 15 of 35, 42.9% from deep, and 9 free throw attempts. If the Mavericks can figure out how to defend the deep shot better, they will be a team to be reckoning with. Our first betting advice is to pick Dallas Mavericks. Against Washington, Toronto struggled defensively, and that proved to be their undoing as they were drubbed soundly by the Wizards. The Raptors led 5-0 early before surrendering a 14-2 run to trail 14-7. Toronto never got closer than 2 after that as Washington played solid basketball on both ends of the floor. The Raptors trailed by 8 after one quarter, cut the deficit to 3 with 8:25 to play in the second quarter, but they were outscored 29-12 the rest of the half, to trail by 20 at intermission. Toronto got within 93-83 with 2:30 to play but went scoreless the rest of the way. The Raptors shot a measly 30.9% from the field, including 7 of 34 from three-point range, and turned the ball over 19 times, while losing the points in the paint battle 56-40. Fred VanVleet and Scotty Barnes each had 12 points to lead Toronto in the loss, though both struggled shooting the ball. VanVleet was just 5 of 20 from the floor, including 1 of 9 from beyond the arc, while Barnes hit 5 of 13. Pascal Siakam, shoulder, remains out after off-season surgery to repair a torn labrum and is expected to be out until sometime in November. Our second betting advice is to pick under 217. Detroit Pistons vs Chicago Bulls. The Detroit Pistons have been a good defensive team last season, as they allowed 111.1 points per game. In their last game against the Chicago Bulls, they allowed 94 points on 37 of 86, 43% from the floor, 7 of 23, 30.4% from 3, and 15 free throw attempts. If they can continue to mesh, they will be a force in the future. The Chicago Bulls finished last season 14th in the NBA, as they gave up 111.6 points per game. In their last game against the Detroit Pistons, they allowed 88 points on 36 of 90, 40% from the floor, 6 of 28, 21.4% from beyond the arc, and 13 free throw attempts. If they can step up defensively, they will be a solid team. Our first betting advice is to pick Chicago Bulls, -9. They only averaged 106.6 points per game last season, which was the 5th worst scoring average in the league. The Bulls should make a giant leap offensively, but they should also see continued improvements on the defensive end of the floor, especially with Lonzo Ball in the lineup. While the middle Ball brother doesn't have the sweet release of a shooter like his brother LaMelo, he's still a threat from long distance. The Chicago Bulls have completely revamped their roster around shooting guard Zach LaVine. Looking at last season, he averaged 27.4 points, 5 rebounds, 4.9 assists, 0.5 blocks, and 0.8 steals in 35.1 minutes per game. He shot the ball well and should get better looks now, as he shot 50.7% from the floor, 41.9% from three-point range, and 84.9% from the charity stripe. In his last game against the Detroit Pistons, he played 35 minutes and had 34 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. If LaVine can figure out how to be a team player and be content with less touches, this team has the potential to be special. Our second betting advice is to pick under 213.5.